This is just a quick video. This is Saturday the 13th of September. Right, yesterday I arrived in Brussels and got here about 2:30, checked into the hotel. As I said in my other video, got offered to these dudes, as soon as I got out of the train station, wanted me to buy some stuff off them. I don't know what it was, probably drugs or something, but of course I respectfully declined. However, anyway, so I got to the hotel, checked in, dropped my bags off, muddled around for about half an hour or so. Then I went out probably about 10 past 3 in the afternoon, just walking around the city. And oh my God, this is like, if you love chocolate, if you eat chocolate, if you're a chocolate connoisseur, you've got to come to this. You've got to come to Belgium. I shit you not. I was walking around I managed to find like I don't know what you call it, CBD area, the main market square, the group square, and no shit, I must have passed like 50, maybe even 100 chocolate shops, all Belgium fine artisan chocolates. They're just everywhere in this place. And waffles, bloody hell. I must have passed about 25, 30 of those as well. They're everywhere here. I just couldn't believe it. I stopped in at a place called Panos. It's like a Subway type store where you buy a French stick type thing and they fill it with like whatever you want, lettuce, tomato, whatever, cucumbers. Anyway, I bought something from there because I hadn't eaten since breakfast. This is about, I don't know, 4:30 in the afternoon, but at this stage maybe 4 o'clock. And I said to the girl, because luckily for me, just about everyone here speaks English. I have been told stories where a lot of people, especially the French, they can speak English, but they just don't want to. So you're trying to communicate with them. I mean, I don't speak French. Parlez-vous français? I had a couple of people come up to me asking if I was speaking French, wanting directions. And I was like, no, sorry, anglais, English. Anyway, I went to a place called Panos. It's like a Subway type store, and I bought a, I don't know, foot-long type roll that was full of, I assume it was like sausages or something, cut up sausages. It was really nice. They cooked it in there. And I said to the girl, at the counter, I asked, do you speak English? She said, yeah. And I was like, man, I got to say, I've just never, ever seen so many chocolate shops in my life. And she goes, whereabouts are you from? And I said, I'm from New Zealand. I said, the only Belgian chocolates it's not the only, but the main Belgian chocolate that I'm familiar with anyway is a Gillian box chocolate. And she acknowledged you. And I just said, look, there's one over there, there's one over there. There's about 10 just around where I was standing. And I said, the waffles. I just couldn't believe it. She just started laughing. To them, it must be nothing. It must be just an everyday occurrence. Like you're seeing the same stuff every day, you soon get sanitized to it, right? You don't notice it after a while. I just could not believe it. Holy shit. The chocolate shops here are just everywhere. The prices, I don't know, I haven't gone in because just about all of them were busy. Like there were people in every chocolate shop. So yeah, I'm going to try and check it out today. It's about, what's the time now? About 20 past 9. I think I got told things start opening up about 10 o'clock in the morning. So in about half an hour I'll get out and start exploring the city. Now tomorrow, Sunday, is a special day for me. I've booked a train ticket to go to Germany, meeting an old mate of mine from school. Haven't seen him for years. Married a German girl, his name's Matthew Douglas. And I'll be catching up with him tomorrow in a German town called Munster. Not to be confused with the other Munster. There's two Munsters, slightly different spelling. The Münster, or the one I thought he was initially going to meet at, he suggested we meet at, has two little dots above the U. And I was like, a funny story, I'll be brief. Funny story about that. When he was telling me about this place, I was like, oh man, this place sounds mean. Because I started looking it up on YouTube, Münster, Munster. And I was like, man, this place is awesome. They signed the Treaty of Westphalia there. This place is awesome. Is the time we've got, is it going to be enough to explore everything? There's heaps of stuff I want to see there. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay, well, we might be able to stay a bit longer in this place. But the funny thing was, I didn't click at the time, but the reason we're going to Munster is because there's a Panzer Museum there, which my mates always wanted to go, Matt's always wanted to go to. And I mean, I've been in EAP, so I've been seeing a lot of World War One stuff. And it didn't come up as one of the top 10 things to do in Munster. And I was like, But at the time, I didn't realise there was two. And then after about a day or so, Matt gets back to me and goes, oh, what train station are you getting off at? And I said, oh, such and such, whatever it was. And he said, oh, dude, you know there's two Munsters. And I was like, what? I said, I just typed it in on the YouTube search and it kept coming up with this one, MU_NSTER. And he said, oh no, that's Munster, that's the wrong one. And I was like, oh shit. So that was quite funny. At that stage I hadn't bought tickets, so I was lucky. Anyway, so tomorrow I'm got an early train, leaves from the train station right opposite the hotel, or very close, maybe 100 metres down the road from the hotel at 6:30 in the morning, so I've got to get up early for that. But anyway, I've still got a day exploring Brussels city centre. Don't know what's open. Been the weekend? Not sure. Anyway, so yeah, it's a couple of funny stories of my arrival in Brussels. Right, as I said, arrived yesterday afternoon at about 3 p.m. Oh, at the hotel anyway. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Ciao.